Hello, everybody. Today is January 10th, 2024. The AUM is at 423.287 million. Our treasury is at 54.6 million. The trunk supply is at 108.4 million. And we are staked at 55.79 million. Ed, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Josie. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How's the year for you so far?
You're going pretty good. It looks like did you get that whole strip of weather that everybody got yesterday that went through like the whole country? It was like,
yeah, quite a mess.
We got some of that too. It was just some of the state got hit pretty good, but right when it got to us, it was dying out. It's around 10 o'clock last night, 10:30. It sounded like we were going to get crushed, and we didn't. But I know a handful of people did.
I'm glad you didn't get crushed.
Yeah, can't be getting crushed here. Can't ruin the year. But it's nice here. Finally have a sunny day. We haven't had one. I don't think we've had one this year yet. No, we actually did have one in the first, but most of this week's been pretty cloudy and kind of blah. So at least it's good for now. And that's about it. That's about all that's going on. So what's up, everybody? Saying hello to you guys for our weekly Twitter Spaces. And actually, I'm going to give out the NFT within like 5 minutes. So what do I want to say? Say hello to Money Man. I know Money Man is on right now. He is actually, if I was to look out the window and he'd wave, I could probably see him if I had binoculars because he is staying at a nice little resort here along the water. So I'm going to be hanging out with him tomorrow night. We hung out a couple days ago as well. So it's nice to hang out with members of the herd when they're all around. He's our friendly whale that never dumps on you, So he's going to be around with us a long time. And can't wait to hang out with him tomorrow. I'm sure he's enjoying some of this weather because I know he's from Cleveland and it was snowing before he left. He comes down here and look, he's got a sunny beach to hang out at. So one of the many things we get to do with members of the herd when you row correctly. If anybody wants to jump in, especially if our admin are here, please jump in. BT is, I think he's at the dentist. So
he is at the dentist. You are right.
Oh man, there's so many jokes with that one, but I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, guys, so without BT here, I'm sure a lot of you jumped in and were like, I have a question. And I'm not going to be the guy to answer all those, but I know Native is in here to help out a little bit, but I'll just reiterate my thoughts real quick. And that is understanding what elephant money is. And I know everybody's got hurt their little feelings a little bit when some changes happen, but you remember this video I gave you yesterday. This ecosystem is not about one person ever. It is about the ecosystem as a whole, what it's going to do down the road, sustainability for everyone. And we always say every single day, check back daily. There may be some updates and maybe some upgrades that change the way you interact with our contract, interact with the ecosystem for long-term sustainability. And, we could put something out there a certain way. That's how the current market conditions were. We look a few months down the road. That's how we forecasted it. When we go further down the road, hey, okay, you know what? All right, we need to adjust some things a little bit. They are most likely be like, you know what? I don't like change. Maybe they won't be in your favor. Understand that. It happens. But if we don't make those changes, we can't do what we set out to do, which is making this a sustainable project for everybody. So you're going to see that once in a while. And we're not going to let, small amount of people come in and try to gripe about it. We're going to keep our path. We're going to keep going. We're going to stay on course. We're going to stay focused. And if you realize what the ecosystem's about, if you're only thinking about you, you're not going to figure out the long-term future of what the project has going on. And that's what our focus is. So I know you have some questions about how things are going to work. How do things get back to a set number, or how do they go down, or what do we need to do? BT is not going to be in here to discuss that, but I'm sure I'll be able to jump on next week or give you a little voice message. I know we're going to ramp up some AMAs with SK and BT to where things get explained a little bit more often to you guys. I would say, what do you got to do? Just stop letting things bother you, and stop letting somebody's post bother you. It happens all over crypto. You read one thing, gets a little salty, you get in a bad mood. Now you're a little salty. And then, it just builds up and builds up. But for me, nothing's bothering me at all right now. I'm in a great mood, great seeing what's going on. And if you talk to some of the people that are completely rolling with us and know like all the math of what's gone on over the past couple of weeks, not just but what we're doing with futures, but with B&B and all the other things going on out there. And look, B&B has dropped like almost 10%. So you're definitely going to see an impact on our ecosystem because that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to be tied to B&B. So you're going to see that. If we saw a big 10, 15% pump in B&B, all of a sudden everybody's happy again. But for now, it is what it is. But if you look at our whales and look at some of the people in the ecosystem and what they're doing and how they understand the math, I haven't heard one of them complain. I've seen a few actually come in and say, you know what? Thank you for making these changes. Thank you for making sure this ecosystem lasts for multiple years past 2024. And when I'm going to talk to Moneyman tomorrow, we're literally going to talk about it. And I know he's going to probably just praise BT and what's going on, because if anybody knows anything about the ecosystem and how sustainable it is, it's definitely Moneyman. So we're going to chat with that a little bit tomorrow. As far as for now, I think that's all of my little bit of spiel. If you have some questions, feel free to jump on here. First thing I want to do, I'm going to give away the NFT. Stefan, Elephant Money. Stefan/Elephant Money. You are the NFT guy, the winner for the day. This way I know, make sure we get it in this week and it doesn't get cut off. So you are the winner. Thank you for all the promoting and marketing you have done over the past week. I gave you guys a little hint that if you were doing that I was going to focus a little bit on those NFTs for this week. And next year I'll have a different idea on how to give it away. But Stefan, Elephant Money, I'm going to contact you if you don't contact me, and you are the winner. So enjoy that almost $600 NFT. Stake that baby and get those elephant tokens. All right. Who do we have here? All things ETH. You want to jump on, brother? You are the first one there, and then hopefully Native will jump in.
Yeah. Hey, just want to say thanks to BT for all the changes. I just see a lot going on with like DBank in particular. I don't know if you guys follow your DBank accounts, but that got updated this week. Just all those little changes that he had to change with the BUSD to BNB change. He's working on it, and I just want to encourage everybody here. You know, I've worked for other protocols on Arbitrum and Ethereum, and BT does more than any other devs that I've worked with. Not only from the dev side of things to the PR side of things, and the fact that he shows up almost every week on this is just incredible. And so, you know, if anybody is feeling a little uneasy because of the price movement, I just want to encourage you to look at what is going on with the dev and how involved he is. Not only that, but the amazing community here. Ed, thanks for doing what you do. And I mean, there's so many people on this listening along. Jed, Native, Crypto Stew, just, you know, many names on this list that are listening along right now who could outspeak me about this. But I just happen to be one of the more vocal ones here. I just want to thank all of you for being part of the herd and rocking with us and continuing to grow the community. And I can't say enough how much it is such a good feeling for me, and eases my mind to know that BT is working on this constantly for us. And then all of you who help him out, just thank you for that.
So I saw the thing about DBank, so I don't even use it. So you want to quickly say what was actually done over there?
Yeah, so DBank takes your wallet and can see what's in it. It's just a really nice way to keep track of all of your funds wherever they're at. Sometimes your wallet will show those things, sometimes they won't, depending on what wallet you use. And so DBank tracks all of the on-chain data for Elephant, and so you can see how much Elephant you have, how much Stampede you have, how much any asset that's in the ecosystem. They'll even track your NFTs and how much you have claimable. It'll track futures, how much you have claimable. On a regular basis, I'll just check in a couple times a day usually to just see what's all going on with all of my DeFi degenerate. But recently it changed from BUSD in futures to the BNB, and so now everything's denominated currently in BNB rather than USD as far as your balance goes. Now, obviously that'll change with the fluctuations in BUSD, but it's still dollar denominated. So it's a little bit tricky to think that way in terms of futures, but it's correct. And that's what matters the most, is that your balance dollar amount at the end of the day is correct. And so it was really funny. There was a couple hours there where everybody looks like they had millions of dollars in their futures accounts because it was misreporting, because it was used to be BUSD, obviously, and then when it changed to BNB, the numbers didn't really add up correctly. So a couple of my friends who have larger futures accounts and who I know their address and I track with them because they're part of my each one teach one. Like, I was just laughing at one of them had like $37 million in their futures account.
No wonder why everybody's like, why is my numbers dropping?
Yeah. So that was pretty hilarious for, a couple hours the other day. But I just grateful that these things are getting worked out. And obviously it takes a team to do that. And BT is just driving the team behind all of these changes.
Yeah, and to do that kind of stuff, you're going to get some flack, no matter what. And some people can handle it, some can't. Some people just want to purposely FUD no matter what. Hey, if you don't like any of the ideas, I have this one platform that tried to clone us. And if you want, feel free to go try it. I won't tell you their name. I'm pretty sure you know what it is. But, I mean, their dev hasn't even been in their chat since October. So, I mean, what kind of project is that? So, yeah, feel free to jump around somewhere if you're not happy with things and see how it works out there for you. But, look, man, 100%. You're in the right spot, people. You definitely are. I mean, it's gonna I hate change too, man. I mean, I love my daily routine every single day. I don't change it up very often at all. And then when something's off just by a little bit, it's like, oh, you're unraveled. You don't know what to do. And most of the time it'll frustrate you. You can't get unraveled and be in a good mood. So it'll happen. And you know what? You know what's happened every few times we've done something where change happened and everybody was like, oh, no, I don't like it. I hate it. This is BS, blah, blah. Then like a couple weeks later, all of a sudden, everybody's quiet. And all of a sudden, oh, now we're sending pumping chart memes all over the place. So it's just part of the process, really. And you just got to understand that and learn it. And we'll just accept that there's still going to be some people, no matter what, that aren't going to like it 100%. We move forward. They can join us. They can stay in the boat. Or, jump off the ship, you know what I mean? So we're going to keep it going no matter what. Let me see here. Who else is on today? You guys want to jump in? Just hit the request button, and I'll try to click you in there. Native, you able to jump on today? I see you're online. I only see you as a listener, though. Hit that request, man, and I'll open you up if you can. I know you guys wish BT was here today, but unfortunately not. So look, as we continue to move forward, you guys got to remember, we still always need every member of the herd's help to each one teach one. I love the phrase each one teach one, but I do feel like I want another phrase to like add to it to make it sound a little more appealing. But we'll come up with something that sounds pretty good for marketing purposes besides that. The each one teach one. The NFTs, look, you want one? Almost $600. You want to get elephant token? Grab it. Still continue to get those. We all, all the stuff changing going on. We still have one focus. I mean, yeah, we have the elephant money focus and the focus on NFTs and some futures too. But there's still one big thing here that we need to think about. Bertha, she's still the key. Now, you're getting into stuff early. Just like BT says, there's going to be some changes being made here and there. We may not have to make any for a while, but this is what happens when you get into a project as early as you do. It's kind of like the real estate BT talked about. We're this now, we just bought the land. That's pretty much where you are right now. We're getting ready to put the foundation in. And yeah, we got to make some changes to how big the house is going to be, but this is where you're at. You didn't get in after the house was built and all the furniture's in and all that kind of stuff. Nope. You're in here right after we bought the land. So you're going to see some stuff going on throughout the whole process. So it's going to take some time, but as long as you know in your head you are early and you are still early even after about 3 years, then you're in a good spot. So I encourage anybody to keep putting that content out there. If you do make the content, let us know about it. Give it to us. Let us post it, review it, do whatever it takes on any platform you're on, from Medium to YouTube to Discord and to Telegram. I want to hear from you guys, and especially the ideas, because look, we all have ideas on how we need to each one teach one and promote and market on our own. But sometimes we get a brain fart, sometimes we just stall, but we could always use your ideas to help, keep it going, keep the momentum going, keep the positivity going, and all that kind of stuff. It's always good to hear somebody else's idea, because you might do something, I'm like, whoa, why didn't I think of that? Perfect marketing idea. And then I can go ahead and use it, and maybe that'll help bring the next person in. So whether they're in with $10, $10,000, it's all good. It was nice this morning to see that the buy bot kicking in a bit and Bertha eating. So somebody was understanding the process and somebody was buying. So that was very good to see. Who do we have on here? Okay, I see some people requested. All right, I'm going to give you a chance to talk here. Where are you at? Doctor. How about I just call you Doctor? Doctor, you want to jump in and say something? I saw you requested to speak. Feel free to unmute yourself and then just start chatting.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good, man. How do you say your name?
Good. Halim.
Halim? Okay.
Yep, Halim. Yep,
Hey.
Halim.
Hey, man.
Yeah, hey. Totally awesome, bought and sold everything. I just, love everything Bank Teller is trying to do. I guess my main thing that I've been focusing on, and I thought I had, I think I believed I really understood the futures until, with the daily rate, until some of the changes being made. So I didn't know if it's with the variable structure, is it just something you look at day to day, or is it something that is predictable, given that, I guess, the relationship between B&B reserve and the daily liabilities, and how updated some of that is? Because I'm looking at the site now, and I'm just trying to get a grasp of how the returns can be calculated, given the stuff we put in. I understand the other concepts about putting in the 200 worth of B&B and the compounding and the 21/7. I just wonder now about the actual daily rate. Is that just always going to fluctuate from day to day, or are there some boundaries about it? So that's really my main thing.
There are some you're going to see it fluctuate. It's going to go up and down. Yesterday I saw it go up and down. I haven't looked at it much today. I know Jed just jumped in because I'm not the best at understanding all the new mechanics of it, but maybe he could feed up a little bit on that. What's up, Jed?
Hi guys. I'm cooking for my kids, babysitting currently, but I thought I will jump in on that question. So, it is happening in real time. This fluctuation, so we are seeing now it scaling down, and when the charts turn around, we will see it scaling up. This all was happening with Stampede, so active old-time members, here members definitely know how it works. But basically, we have to understand that it's not only APR that is fluctuating now, but it's also B&B reserve and also daily liabilities. So, as far as I can see, B&B reserve currently will, move up in price together with B&B price. But let's not forget that this B&B reserve is being funded in multiple ways. So it's being funded with deposits to futures. It's being funded by, daily APR directly from Bertha, and it's also tops up in other ways. So we can see this decrease. We can feel this decrease more when B&B reserve is depressed like it is now, but when there is more B&B inside, such B&B fluctuations won't feel that much, and let's not forget that daily liabilities fluctuate. It also goes down. So I do not expect to see, 0.5% straight up, but eventually it will level down, and, we will see some more stable yield But that's about it. We will need to have some time and patience. Of course, it's all about longevity and sustainability, and it's thermodynamics. So everything, every part of ecosystem play its role. So yeah, I'm generally, I'm very excited about this new implementation. Yes, it can cut, part of our yield, daily yield, but just like bank teller was telling, if you're smart and you're playing this game right, you want to be diversified across the whole ecosystem, because once we will see a third parabola like we see in the first one, the second one, and pretty much I'm certain the third one will come, and probably we won't need to wait that long. But once that happens, the yield will explode across the whole ecosystem. So it's not only about the futures, but it's also about the yield in NFTs. Also, the trumpet, the elephant price, everything will start exploding, and euphoria will kick in, and FOMO, and people will rush to to buy as much elephants as they can. I seen it twice, so I see no reason to believe that the third time won't come. I've been checking, around what do people think outside Telegram, because there are hundreds of futures participants outside Telegram who are mainly crypto noobs. They don't have that much knowledge in crypto, but they do understand, traditional finance. So, even with lower APR, with lower yield, it's still amazing yield. It's like never be found in traditional finance. So it's all about your perspective, how you will see that APR. At times we're happy when Bitcoin is $40,000, but at other times we're very sad when when Bitcoin is $40,000. So it's all about your perspective. But when it comes to real life, the yield is amazing. So that would be my message.
I hope that was able to answer your doc. I just see BT has left the dentist, man. He's here.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Do you guys still hear me, or no?
Yep, we can still hear you.
Yeah, we do hear you.
Oh, okay. No, that I really appreciate that response. I was going to see, does this affect limiters? Excuse me. Does this affect limiters in any way? Like, the first 50 and 250 and things like that, and because the yield is also variable, or is that getting modified as well? Like,
actually,
just how much?
BT is actually on here right now, so he can help you out a little bit.
Oh, thank you so much. You are amazing. You are a godsend to DeFi and everything. Love you. Thank you so much, BT. Just want to say, big fan.
Yeah, just got my cleaning from the dentist. Yeah, got to go back for some patchwork, but I'm good. No cavities. Yeah.
Hope you got a lollipop.
Gotta, no lollipop. Oh no, that'd be the worst thing.
Don't do that.
All that. Yeah, they give the sugar-free ones. I don't know, but I'm going for my Starbucks coffee now.
Oh, okay.
Get my triple shot. But yeah. Oh my God, that Gary. Oh my God, the SEC Twitter hack. You can't make this stuff up, can you? You can't make this stuff up. You got to remember to see the forest for the trees, right? I mean, it's just sort of like the bigger battle that we're in, and we got people, we got futters from Drip. I'm gonna keep it a buck, because I see them. I can tell just from their little you got the anime the what is it the Bartertown anime thing. I'm like, people who have never spoke, the first time they're speaking is today. Like, people, we cannot fall for this mess over and over again. Like, they're gonna figure out a way to just basically pee in the Kool-Aid at this point, because they're just unhappy. They're just unhappy, right? Losing and everything. Pulse chain, is a joke. The post-chain ecosystem is a joke. People getting rugged left and right there, losing there. So, like, keep things in perspective. We're the game. I mean, we're pretty much the only game in town, for this style of DeFi. And, with the last bit of changes, this is legit. This is legit. Like, there's nothing fixed here, nothing hard coded. The system can't go to zero. It can't bomb. It's self healing. And really, we 3,000 participants. I mean, we're in 2024. I hate to bring up Taylor Swift, but like, whoa, I would kill to have. I mean, I can't even say her fan base is 50. They're not little 15-year-olds anymore. They're like 25-year-olds with big checks, making big checks, making more money than their boyfriends. So like, this. Come on, guys. Like, we need to change the demographics here. We really, at this, from what I can tell from the demographics that I see, people need to be enlisting their daughters. They need to be enlisting their sons. They need to be enlisting the next generation. We got grandpas in here. Like, I know y'all ain't on social media. Y'all ain't doing social media, doing the real work. Come on. Like, you gotta get your kids, get your nephews, your nieces, your younger second cousin. You got to get them into elephant money so that we can really get this thing off the ground. The aging demographic in crypto is not going to cut it. I'm gonna be honest. And I understand that game recognizes game. I look in the mirror, I see who I am. There's a good chance that I'm going to be able to draw those type of people. 30s, 40s, male, understands the space, been in the space. I make sense to those people, but we got to get the people who are throwing money into meme coins. Elephant's a perfectly good meme coin.
Sure
like
is.
we get those people, and we got to get back to basics. We went a little too hard with the elephant without people understanding, but like that AMA run that SK pulled off, he had the baby and stuff. The baby's here now, SK. SK gonna earn some NFTs. We got to get these people. We got to get our players back on the field, and we got to make this money.
Yeah, no, it's just. Sorry.
No, I'm just ordering my coffee. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just I told I'm in, got invested. I'm in the futures. I was just trying to gain some understanding about just the new, structure, like daily with the futures thing, because I've told a number of friends, and I really think that this is going to be a way, in an alternative way, which is game changing, that people can put like significant savings and income and different things like that, and have it grow, where other systems, as you know very well, filter certain types of income and certain types of people out. So I'm very invested in my wanting to know is
Sure. Let me get back to you real quick. 1 second.
Yeah, I think we lost Doctor there. You still there, Doc?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he needed. But
he's ordering his latte right now. You got to hold off.
Oh, okay.
Probably a venti.
Yeah, no, venti. Yeah, making a large one.
Oh man,
he needs that energy the way it is. But I hope it's understood. I'm just trying to, just in terms of structure, some level of, a range of predictability, if you will, something that, not just one I understand, but I can also explain to other people.
Yeah,
that's the key. That each one teach one. Yeah, just like, hey, if you do this, then it's gonna, yield this and this and this range, given that this and this and this is happening. I just want to know how, just how the ecosystem works now, because I know it's a sustainable move. I just want to make sure I have a good grasp of it.
Yeah, the limiters get applied after the fact. So So basically, top line 0.1 to 0.5. I'm just going to monitor what's going on now, see how the system responds, see how the herd responds. But the limiters are after the fact calculations. So not much has changed. We went from BUSD in and out to BNB in and out, still cash accounting, and now the top line rate is variable, with a floor of 0.1, say, to 0.5.
Okay, so it's a range of 0.1 to 0.5, regardless. Okay.
Right. Yeah, because we can't let it go just to like close to zero or anything like that. That would be crazy.
Does that answer your questions, Doc? Still there, Doc? SK has joined the team. I know that. Haven't seen SK on here in quite a while.
Yeah, I'm just here hanging out. What's up, Ed?
What's up?
Yeah, not much. I think Doctor had some really good questions there, brother.
Yeah, I loved your video. I went off of it. I just saw it, like the one from 11 days ago. I just saw it, just before getting on Spaces here. So they're extremely helpful. I think you should have a lot more followers than you do, but I really like your stuff. Just want to say that.
Hey, appreciate it, man. I just dropped another video today. Hopefully, it's a read along. So if you've already read the Medium article I put out yesterday, and you were reading it and imagining the voices I do, well, now you get to hear it in real time. So it's gonna be pretty fun. Check it out. But I'm not concerned. It's just like BT said, man. We've got coordinated attackers. We got, like, literally, you could search some of these usernames if they have one in Telegram today, right? And search the TG, and you'll see they've never spoken a single damn time before today or yesterday, right? Like, this is the same thing we've seen before. I'm not going to spoil the whole video, but we've been here time and time again. Like, the shit don't change. Like, we ebb and we flow. We're ebbing right now. Big deal. We bounce back stronger. Like, I don't know if y'all are DBZ fans, but like when a Super Saiyan gets their ass kicked, what happens? They come back stronger. All right. Or like X-Men. If you're Wolverine, you get shot or whatever, you heal, and you just keep going. That's what's happening here. I'm unfazed. People just need to chill out. It's all good. But yeah, I think you'll enjoy the latest video, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Awesome. Good, man. Thanks, Doc, for chiming in with those questions. Glad you got your answer. And that's awesome, man. SK.
Yeah, I think.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think. I'm just gonna say it. I'm sorry. I'm Gen X. I had to answer to one of the greatest generations. I had to be accountable to one of the greatest generations, the boomers. Did a lot for us. So a lot of what you see here, I mean, you have to take a generational perspective. If you're in crypto and if you're not looking at the world through a generational lens, then you're not serious. This stuff's supposed to run forever. And then you have to also understand how we got here, right? We have countless generations to look back on that have built up the infrastructure that we're standing on. We're standing on the shoulders of giants right now, right? I can see, and I'm sure you feel it, there's many industries where, people are retiring and we're not getting the proper replacement rates that we need to just keep things going. You got, when's you know how much electricians make right now? Electricians and plumbers, that's like core infrastructure, right? And let alone, before we even talk about skill, half of the kids are supposed to be learning and being an apprentice and stuff to these master electricians don't even want to do the work. Don't want to even put in the effort. So it's a cultural thing too. I hear about I track like what's going on in like relationships and dating and marriage and things like that. Because at the end of the day, you need that stuff to happen before you can get family formation. There's women that don't even want to date a guy who has a regular job. They think that, like, everybody has to be an entrepreneur. Everybody has to be the next Elon Musk. And that's obviously not the case, right? So expectations are set way too high. And who's setting these expectations? That's just so, I mean, these are just other things that are going on, right? So we need to, there's when crypto is like 90% plus male, but yet most of the families are being run by single women, there needs to be a big change, because heads of household need to have the best financial instruments to take care of children, correct? Correct? Anybody?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yup.
Definitely.
Like, what the fuck? So, whether we like it or not, things are obviously broken. Kids do better with two parents, whether they be same sex, hetero, it doesn't matter. But two parents is better than one, period. As long as one parent's at the game or at the play or at the whatever that the kid is doing, that matters. So that doesn't happen that doesn't always happen when you just have one parent to lean on. So this isn't about money. This is about putting food on the table for families. There's a difference. I'll say it one more time. This isn't about money. This isn't about insane games. This isn't about concentration of wealth. It's simply for communities to feed themselves and take care of their children. That's what this is about. That's how this scales. So it's not going to scale with all these me characters out here. Everybody who's complaining about people who write their exact amounts for how much they deposited. And first of all, it pisses me off. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be like an elitist or anything, but like, you're complaining about a little $5,000, and you're saying me, and you don't understand why we're even doing this thing. And you haven't talked about how many people you brought in or this or that. When we get those types of complaints in the chat, it makes me furious, because it's just like this sort of insular, this archetype that's not going to help us grow, and is going to complain about everything that doesn't go right. So that's what needs to change. That's what needs to change. And frankly, if we just got, people who just are unafraid to just FOMO in, unafraid to, get people to just throw down into the token, that's what we need to, that's where we need to be. That's the vibe. What are people talking about? They're talking about Bitcoin and bonk. Bitcoin and bonk. And Solana's popping because bonk was popping, and Pepe was popping before that. It's like this is what people care about now, folks. The burden of fundamentals is that fundamentals can be measured. When it's just hype and expectations, you get a pass. So bonk gets a pass. Pepe got a pass. Pepe, the team rug pulled on Pepe. So that's what happened with Pepe. I'm a little all over the place, but back to futures real quick. Futures works. Futures works. It simply works, and with a floor in place, it makes sure that there's some incentive for the community to actually keep on growing. 3,000 participants, especially when we have, I'll just say 30,000 holders of between trunk and elephant. When we have that many holders and low participation in futures, that's a potential problem. And I'm not saying that elephant holders need to be futures participants. I'm not saying that. And I also think that the NFTs, at least for right now, going into this bear market scenario, why would you want to be capped in cash? You simply don't want to be capped in cash. So I definitely think that futures time to shine is during the bear. It's just a fact. It's just futures time to shine is during the bear, and now you want to, if you do your research and just what's obvious, you want to lean more towards tokens to catch that upside in the market. Then once you capture that upside, then you can throw it in something like futures. Now, I'm not saying that I'm 100% done with stable coins, but we definitely won't be issuing one. But obviously, there's a strong trend that I'm watching with USDC. So I think that the USDC is strong, and I want to see how that plays out between the SEC, USDC, Circle, the U.S. Treasury. I want to see if USDC is BlackRock backed. So I want to see how that plays out, and I also want to see how well Circle treats Binance long term, because there's the bridge, the USDC B token, the native bridge token of the USDC network. We got to make sure that Binance is being supported there. If Binance is being supported there, treat like a first-class citizen, then I think that there's some potential there. But at the same time, cash is trash. We're going into a world where cash is trash. This ETF, Bitcoin ETF, basically solidifies that cash is trash. It's the admission that cash is trash. So you have to think, in 10 years, what's the overall relevance of futures, or any cash-based account? What's the relevance of it? Just take any cash-based account outside of the United States. Those accounts are irrelevant. Those wheelbarrows of money, of paper money, to buy a loaf of bread. That's the scenario. When you have a U.S. dollar that's depreciating value 7% a year, what does it matter that you've built up all this cash in an account? And with for sustainability reasons and to control gaming, futures accounts are capped at 2.5% payout. So 2.5 mil is not a lot of money. So these are the things to think about. So in the voice note that I left two days ago, when I said, if you don't like futures, just claim out. Hey, I know a particular person from MIT as well, who doesn't like when I use big boy pants, thinks it's sexist. It's not. You can't, yeah. It's not. It just means grow up. It means we're not wearing diapers anymore. Big girl pants, I'll say. Okay. You like that? You like that better? Yeah. If we're in crypto, we have to acknowledge that cash is trash. I'm a financial engineer. I want to build an annuity, a cash-based annuity that gives people confidence, but the U.S. dollar is still the best of the worst, and again, what people aren't saying is, that Bitcoin, like this whole rah U.S. strong, all that, we're in a bipolar power dynamic now in the world. We're not. The U.S. is no longer top dog, and the U.S. dollar is not top dog, and this ETF is an admission of such. This ETF is gonna find these ETFs are gonna find their way into every other ETF. By the way, that's like actively managed, like anywhere where there's just a basket of products, including other ETFs, the Bitcoin ETF will find its way. So it's going to go bananas, and BNB has direct exposure to that. So the elephant money token, even Trunk, and in the NFTs, that's where the action is, and that's where the excitement's going to be. Buying an NFT or buying a mooning elephant token, that's what's going to get the younger people in, the people that that are going to have the money. Unfortunately, their grandparents and stuff are checking out, and they're going to get this money, and they're going to need a place to put it. So, it's time to start rallying behind the elephant token again. It's time to rally around the NFTs. The cool thing about the NFTs is that the NFTs, for the most part, aren't taxed, and they're highly liquid. So the NFTs are a great proxy to BNB with better price action and yield. So the NFTs is a good start, and then after that, and then obviously elephant. And I think people should start with elephant. And now's a great time to accumulate elephant. And then futures, going into the bull run, you want to nurse your futures account. You want to maintain your futures account. You want to have a deposit strategy, but you don't throw $30,000 into futures right now. That's not a play. I'm sorry, it's not. Right now, no, it's not a play. You can buy some NFTs. You can buy. Even I wouldn't suggest that even for the NFTs. Like you would throw something like that much in. If you want to do Don Mega throwing down big money, elephant. Shit, even some Bitcoin, some Solana, get some gains, flip it into elephant. Because that's what's going to be happening. People that have been in space and understand how the game is played are well diversified. Elephant is not the only play. You don't just diversify just into elephant. In a bull market, you find opportunities to make that money, and then you lock in those gains. You lock in those gains by DCAing at a low cost basis into something like elephant. But you got to find the opportunities. You can't be so complacent or too goddamn scared to go out and swim in the ocean. I understand that elephant is a safe place, but it's the safe place for storing your gains. It is a bank. It is not the profit center. You will make gains, but it's not the profit center. Now, for people who say you're making money, you have a business already, then of course you're trying to de-risk just having your core business as your profit center, and so it makes sense to just store profits in a bank with high returns. So we got a doctor on here, doctor of what I don't know, but doctor. We got doctors, we got lawyers, we got teachers, we got professors. We have people in finance. We have a talented, smart bunch. The I suspect that the IQ and also just the station of people in the elephant community is on average a little bit higher than the average meme coin. So we know this. So we gotta leverage that, and that's what makes this work. That's what really makes this work. We got people selling wine here, right? You know, making their own wine and selling it. Like we have people making, you know, whiskey and stuff, right? We have people with real businesses. We have people who run publicly traded companies internationally. We have every single stripe of person in this community, and that's why the system works, because a lot of people they're already rich, they're already making good money, and they want bigger returns on their safe returns on their funds. And so that's why elephant works. But at the same time, we still have to capture the imagination of people who are, you know, not rich yet, but trying, you know, and we can do better than the Bonk and the Pepes of the world. So that's all I got to say. We'll take some more questions before we get cut off. We actually figured out what the problem is. So basically the way that Spaces works is way Twitter works is your premium account is tied to a device, and not your premium subscription is tied to a device and not to your account. And so you only can use premium features like this streaming from one device. And so our marketing team who runs this, they're not using it from a premium device. So after about an hour, the stream gets deprioritized. So we're gonna work on that, fix that. Any quick questions?
Actually, we didn't get too many requests to talk today, but Native is on. I don't know if he's able to unmute himself. He is popping in as a speaker. There he is. I haven't talked to him in a while. What's up? Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year. What's going on, BT, Ed, all things, Jed, SK, everything's great. You know, how are you going to change your New Year is the question. How are you going to change your trajectory? Now is a interesting time. We're living in interesting times. I remember BT and I used to be on phone calls. We used to be talking about, man, it's an interesting time to be alive. Wouldn't everybody agree? So, you know, BT just mentioned something that's very interesting. And I wanted to kind of continue to paint that picture about normalcy bias. And this is what most people are suffering right now, dude. Like normalcy bias, just being snug and cuddled up in a blanket, the blanket of your currency of choice. You know, the blanket of the reality that you once knew to be just so, you know, such a comforting foundation. We're in a transitional time right now, and so like BT just said, you know, there's a time where let's use futures in quotes as like an example of a bear market strategy, like a strategy, right? This is not the strategy right now. Right now, you want to be getting into plays. You want to be looking at what's the next play. So the mindset that the position you were in when you found an opportunity like elephant, an opportunity like you know, the sub opportunities within the ecosystem, right? Where you were there and then you started to see, let's just say, gains or some kind of profitability or whatnot. You know, you have the opportunity right now in major ways to be able to be there before the train leaves the station, all across the industry, not just inside of our ecosystem. So look at the plays, look at what's going on. What are the narratives that are about to that are rolling out here, outside of the ecosystem, not just inside the ecosystem? We could definitely talk about what's going on there, but we all know this system inside and out. So let's talk about a little bit outside, right? Ordinals, all these things are coming to play. Are you getting in position to be able to become profitable so that you can bring those gains back to your community cooperative? bring those back to the bank. I mean, are you really looking at the real play here? And once you step into that kind of reality and you get out of the normalcy bias of thinking that everything is going to be in 10, 20 years denominated in dollars, then you realize that value as an essence is changing. The essence of what people perceive as value is changing. And you need to be able to position yourself so that you are you're in place when things become, start being backed by BTC or backed by, X, Y, and Z. But these changes are being taken place right now. You're in the game right now. And you can decide to bench yourself, or you can just you can get in the game yourself. Like, it's that's just the way it is. So I mean, yeah, if you want to play safe, there are many ways to play safe. There's everybody has a different positioning. Like BT said, people have jobs, earning whatever, and they just kind of park some money here because they know they can get some returns and this and that. um Maybe that's the way they want to play it, but not everybody has the same risk appetite. But we're in this space, and if you've been in this space long enough, you have a sizable risk appetite. And maybe you just got comfortable, and maybe you're just in a normalcy bias. And you need to shake that normalcy bias right now.
There it is. That's why we have people like Native, who've been here since the beginning, to basically, chew up the food I'm giving and spit out the bones for you. Like that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Folks like SK, Native, we're all looking at the same thing from different perspectives, right? But yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's especially for people who are like, heavy crypto. Right now, where we are right now, you can't be heavy crypto. You can't be like heavy just elephant. You got to have some other stuff. Stu sent me one of the plays that he's working on. Where he's basically yield farming and stuff like that, and buying NFTs as an end result. Like, he has this whole flow diagram, but he's like yield farming all over the place, and then sending those profits back to the bank via NFTs. So, where you can be highly liquid, and but be minting NFTs and helping. I think with the NFTs in particular, we can start a movement. We can change the face of what ownership of something looks like, especially in the NFT space. Like, all we have to do is just push a few rounds. We're one in terms of relationships. We're 1 degree away from, some of the most notable people in the world in terms of popularity and stuff like that, who are also already into NFTs and already into this stuff. So we can make it happen. The money's there. You're gonna find out. If I don't know. I haven't been checking on what the SEC is doing, or the announcements, but we're about to find out. We're about to find out very soon. Ed, did you find out who's going to be winning the NFT?
Yeah, Stefan did. I called it early just in case we got pulled, so I did it like in the first 10 minutes. Stefan / Elephant Money, he got it. He was listening. I already sent him a message and all that kind of stuff. So he was our winner.
Oh, okay, awesome. The only other thing I want to say is, I'm wrapping up this move. Going into next week, I really want to start. I'm gonna set up a meeting and schedule an invite, but I'm gonna reach out to a couple of influencers, in the space, people in the community, people that are on this call, people who have done the work, and really start talking about what the plans are for this, for the Elephant Money YouTube channel. I really think when I look across what people are doing, everybody has their channel, right? But when I see what you're doing, I see shows. I see shows and I see time slots across the Elephant Money channel. The goal for Q1 should be getting and I'll just say it, like, all things ETH. I looked at some of the stuff you're doing in particular, and I think that I can get at least 2 or 3 shows out of you. And I think one of them, critical, could be all things EVM. I think for somebody talented like all things ETH, I think that he can talk about what's going on across multiple blockchains, multiple EVMs, and what the trends are, right? And get those people interested. The whole damn channel's powered, backed by, sponsored by Elephant Money, right? But we're creating our own ink, right? We're supporting the overall narrative of crypto, but we're doing it. We need to be able to be able to write our own narrative, as opposed to waiting for other people to start talking about us. Let's talk about other people. Let's support others. Obviously, we're a leader. Whether people want to acknowledge it or not, we are a leader, and we'll get those people in. And like I said, it's very easy for people to own a liquid token, even with the 10% fee in and out. It's still liquid. It's very easy for somebody to pick up some elephant. It's very easy for somebody anywhere across any of these EVMs to understand what we're doing, see value in what we're doing, see that we're actually promoting and supporting the space, that we're crypto native and we've been here for a long time, and that we've created a safe place for folks to collaborate and just talk about being in crypto, and being in EVM specifically, and being in Ethereum specifically, believing in Ethereum specifically. All of those things.